Hello guys, welcome to APA 9 ball pool played at Pat's Billiards in West Fort Worth. This is a new division that just started last session with a new LO, and they have double jeopardy at Pat's Billiards in Saginaw, which is close to West Fort Worth, Northwest Fort Worth, and I'm playing against an 8. He scratched on the break, so I played a safety. It's much easier to play 9 ball when you get ball in hand, so when you get a chance to put a lockdown safety on your opponent, it's better to go ahead and do the safety so you can take ball in hand and get in line from the beginning. My opponent missed the 1 ball, so I'm going to take ball in hand, and I've got a problem with the 2. So I'm wanting to run into that 2 and get a little bit better shot on the 2. So I'm going to follow as I make this 1 in the side with a stun follow. And it opened up the 2 real nicely for me. So now I just want to have an angle to get down, back down table. Once I make this 2, I don't want to back it up too much. I just want to back it up just a little bit for a good shot on the 3. About right there. That's a good angle. Now here, when I shot this 3, I really expected a little bit more roll out of the table. It came down real slow and then just stopped. I wasn't sure if I had a shot on the 5. I had to look at it real close. It was real close. So here I had to actually spot and look at the spot I need to hit and see if I can still see that spot. I can still see it, but barely. I'm hoping for a little bit of throw when I bring that in to the corner, and I got some of it. It knocked that 8 in a bad spot for me. And the 6, I see a lot of people play safe on this. Just back bank it. You just act like you're trying to hit the side pocket on the other table and hit it with confidence, and you'll be able to get it in. Just practice those. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking here. I didn't hit this very well at all. I really rushed my stroke a little bit. My back arm came back a little bit fast on me, which took me off a line when I came forward. I did leave him a little bit tough because the 8 ball is on the rail, so he's got to hit this 7 ball good to hold an angle for the 8. He's going to just hit it slowly, take what he can get. Okay, now this is makeable, but you got to bear down on it. Oh, just barely missed it. On that one, you really want that to hug the rail all the way down. Here I'm just do a simple make, and it just falls in line. And this is the first rack. At this point, I'm up 9-0. Second rack. On that one, I'm experimenting with my break a little bit. I am hitting the head ball and letting the cue ball drag back up to the top rail. I figure I'm going to have a pretty good shot on the one, breaking it that way instead of leaving the cue ball down by the bottom rail or around the center. The one ball usually wants to go up to the top rail if it didn't go into the side, so I figure this gives me the best chance of getting a shot on the one. Here I don't have the combo, so I'm looking at trying to play safe. I know if I hit on the left side of that 3 ball with the 1 ball, that I can keep the cue ball behind the 2 ball and leave it safe for the 1. So my opponent has to kick. Anytime your opponent has to kick, that just means that there's a good chance you're going to come back to the table. Not always, but most of the time. Okay, he did kick it, left me a combo into the side. To kick that combo, the 1 ball is going to go up table and the cue ball is going down table, which leaves me in a perfect line for the 1 ball. With the 2 ball right down there by the 1 ball, all I got to do is make the 1, and the 2's right there. All I got to do is make the 2 right here, and I've got a nice little angle on the 3. So right here, I tried to draw it back, but it didn't give me the good roll. So I could play safe like most everybody else does, but I'm going to go ahead and kick at this because I know that if I kick at it, I'm going to have a shot on the 7. And I got my 7 ball shot. Now this is just making it into the side and letting it go down to the bottom rail. I got a little love tap on the 9. Easy shot in the corner or the side. I chose the side. Rack number 3. I think I'm up 19-1 or 18-2, something like that. Still at the table. Made some balls on the break. Here I just want to put a little bit of right hand spin, bring the cue ball over to the long rail so I'm pretty straight on the 2, because I need to move that cue ball back over to the other side of the table. And the easiest way to get to the other side of the table is to be straight up and down to where I can just cut the 2 and let the cue ball float up to the other side and try to miss a side pocket. I missed the side and I got straight in on the 3. That's about as good as I can ask for, really. Here, I'm just going to stun it, get it out from the table as best I can. I wanted to get higher on this 7, but I wasn't able to get higher, so I'm going to have to go up table and back down to get to the 8. Here I hit this with a little bit of like 9 o'clock to get that right English, but the spin didn't take me all the way down, so now I'm faced with another kick shot. I'm going to try to make this, but I didn't I didn't make it, but I got second place and got a good leave. Okay, he's just going to thin the ball, try to leave it down on the bottom rail, and leave me a bank shot or another attempt at a safe. Here, I'm not too bad at these type of banks, but I gave it too much juice, and the cue ball wanted to hug the bottom rail and go right into the drink. So my opponent won that rack. I always make my opponent shoot the shot. I don't care how easy it is. You'd be surprised on how many games I've been back to the table after a duck and the guy miscues or hits it too hard and scratches. A lot of things can happen. You always want to treat the easy shots just like the hard shots. You want to spend just as much time on the easy shot as you do a hard shot, because on the easy shot, you're looking for ball replacement. On a hard shot, you're looking to control the speed. So those are things that can keep you focused on those easy shots. Okay, he's trying another safety on me. So this one, I'm going to have to kick it up and down. I'm thinking if I can come off the rail first, there's a chance that it can maybe kick off that 8. But it didn't do it. So he's left with an easy shot. And now he needs to run out. Because he's getting a lot of points behind. He's an 8, I'm a 9. So the race is 75 to 65. See, he's taking an easy shot here, even though it's right in there. He's wanting to make sure he has the right placement. All right, that's good placement. Okay. Oh, I guess it wasn't good placement. He left himself hooked. That's what I'm talking about, guys. When you're on the easy shot, don't take those for granted, because those are the shots that you get hooked on for your next shot. Always have a plan on every shot you shoot. Here, I was trying to bring the cue ball out, so I was kind of a little bit of a back cut into the corner. Not really though. Didn't work out well for me. I rattled the pocket. Really frustrated at myself. But that's the way I'd shoot it if I had to shoot it over again. Okay, my opponent's going to town now. He's got the balls all set up. Every ball's got a pocket. Time to get out. That's a good shot. Oh, well, here you could just tap it lightly and just let it draw back into the rail, and then you end up on the bottom rail. He wanted to put a lot of juice on it and get on the other side, which is fine. You gotta let your stroke out every once in a while. And here he is on the 9 ball. Easy shot. I'm still gonna make him shoot it. I guess he rushed his shot a little bit. Okay, he's telling me I don't have to shoot it, but still, on a shot like this, I'd make my opponent shoot it. They could get offline and follow that cue ball right in the pocket. We've all seen it happen. But if they want to give me the shot, I'll take it. But in the beginning of the match, I like to shoot all my balls, even the easy ones, because I'm still trying to warm up. Okay, here what I was trying to do was get the cue ball to go towards the red ball on the short rail. I was trying to play safe here, but none of it worked out. I dogged that one. Don't ask me my thought process on that, because whatever I was thinking didn't work. All right, now, nice shot on the one. Drew it back to get on that three. Okay. So use a little bit of right spin to bring it back down so I can have the 5. He's looking at trying to get on that 6. So what he should do is go with just a little bit of inside so you don't hit so high on that long rail. He hit the top pocket titty, so now he's got a tough cut. But he chooses to play safe instead. Me personally, I go for the cut, but that's me. Well, he played a pretty good safety. I can barely see the 6. I'm not always the safety type of guy, so I want to go for it because I have confidence that I can cut that 6 in. And I got it in. But I didn't get rewarded for it. So now I got a kick at the 7. Here I rushed the shot. I didn't take enough time to really look at it real good because I hit it too hard. And basically sold the farm out. He's only got 3 balls to get out, so he should be able to get out of here. He got on the 8 nicely. Come back out for the 9. Good job. Okay, now the cue ball goes into drink. I'm back up at the table with ball in hand. I get a lot of ball in hand in this rack. Actually, in this whole match. I got a lot of ball in hands in this whole match. A lot of them was after the break. You got to control that rock when you're breaking the balls because there's 30 inches of hole on that table. If you let that cue ball fly around, it's probably going to find somewhere in that 30-inch hole to drop in. Okay, so shot the 1. I'm going to shoot this 2. I'm going to drop back so I can try to get straight in on the 3. I got there. Now I need to be on the 4. Oh, the 5. Here I should have just followed and took the 7 to the other side, but I thought I'd just drop back. And here I am rushing it again. Didn't see the side pocket very good. And screwed up an easy run out. Well, I'm an amateur. It happens. Okay, now he's played safe on me. Left me a long cut shot. When I'm feeling good, I can hit these cuts probably 7 out of 10 times. But I didn't hit this one. Left him a blank shot. I really expected him to try to play safe here. I didn't think he's going to play a bank. But he went for it. And he hit it real nicely. Okay, now he's got this 8 ball. All he's got to do is make the 8. The 9 ball's in the pocket. So bear down on this 8, make it. Good job. Now he's got the 9 ball. Good job. Sometimes opponents get upset with me when I don't just give them the rack whenever a ball's hanging in the pocket. I've just gotten so used to not touching the balls until the rack is over and making my opponent shoot, because in tri-cups and high-level tournaments, you can actually foul by not following the rules. Sometimes they even say you can't give your opponent the rack. They have to shoot the ball in. So I make sure that if my opponent has to shoot it, they shoot it. Here's a pretty easy run out. Shoot the sticks on the side. I don't have the angle to go back up to the 9, so I have to go down the table and back up. This is just speed. Yeah, you'll be saying I was going towards the pocket, but I didn't hit it hard enough to scratch. That's the whole key. When you have a ball going towards the pocket, and you know it's going to go towards the pocket, just don't hit it hard enough to scratch, and you won't scratch. Okay, my opponent has ball in hand. He's looking the table over, trying to decide how he wants to do this. Oh, he's going to play safety. All right. So here I can't go one rail and hit it from the other side, because I got that 5 ball in the way, I think it is. So I'm going to have to see if I can hit the inside of that 1. I'm looking at that 1 and that 8, and I'm saying, you know what, if I hit this just right, that 8 ball could carry him into that corner. But that's a lot of wishful thinking. I'm just doing good to hit the 1. But by golly, it did. It got down far enough to where I could carry him into that 8. And left me a shot on the 1. And the 9 ball's perfect to stop for the 2. Now the rack looks really good. So I got that 3 up there by the 7. The 3 doesn't go into the corner, but I'm like, I'm not going to try to get on the other side of that 3. I'm just going to take the combo. So I just try to get there as close as I can at the right angle, which I did. And I'm going to look at the combination shot. I see how the combo needs to be hit, so I'm looking at the spot on the 3 ball where I need to hit it. And the important thing is that you don't rush any part of that shot. You see the shot, all you gotta do is make the shot. You'll have another shot if you make it. So there's no reason to jump up or be fast when you shoot it or hit it hard. Just make the ball. Now I need to get on that 4, and here's another example. If you don't hit it hard enough to scratch, it won't scratch. And I got straight in on that 4. About the only spot on the table I could be and make that 4. And I made it. Now I'm actually in great shape here. I mean, I should be out. The 5 ball on the side is not a hard shot, but I am on the rail. And I should have got back up and reset, but I didn't, and I paid the price for it. I was perfect on that 6, but missed the ball. Now Noah makes a great shot here, shooting that 5 past the 9. I didn't think the 5 could get past the 9, but it could. He shot that in really nice. Makes the 8 ball in. See, when he's shooting at this pace, he's really accurate. Got a dry break here. I got a shot on the 1. The 2 is down here by the bottom corner pocket. I'm going to have to use the 7 ball to get down there. So I'm not doing any draw on this. I'm just doing straight left. That way when it hits that 7, it rolls off that with the running English, takes it down to the bottom rail. Sometimes you use other balls to help you with your shape. In this case, I'm using the 7 ball. And I got on the 2. So, getting good shape on the 2 is wishful thinking. Just being able to hit the 2 without obstructions, that's what you really want, because my whole idea was to play safe on the 2. And that's what I did. So he's got to figure out how to 2-rail kick this ball. Which is sometimes hard to do if you're not used to the rails or you don't practice rails. You really should, on bar tables, practice 2-rail kicks, 3-rail kicks, 1-rail kick, because these valley tables don't kick like a diamond. And you have to adjust, or you will be very frustrated trying to hit balls when you're kicking. So here I am, I'm looking at the 2 ball. I got ball in hand. I'm looking at what angle I want on that 3 so I can break out some of that mess and keep my run going. So I got the right angle on the 3 so I can move the cue ball into that cluster. And I got an amazing roll out of that. I actually thought I was on the 5 ball, but I was on the 4, so I had to refocus my attention back over to the 4. And here, this was just me not focusing in on the shot. This is the easy shot. I should never really miss it that often. But I'm sitting here guessing where do I want to put this cue ball for this 5, because I need to break out that 8-6 too. So I wanted to, yeah, that's the angle I needed right there for the 5, but I forgot to make the 4. I could have made that 5 in the side, bumped that 8, that 6 would have floated down to the corner, and hopefully that 8 would have got out of the way for it so I can make an easy 6 ball. But all that's mute because I didn't make the 4. So let's see what position he puts on the 5 for this 4 ball shot. He should try to bring it out closer to the center and still have an angle to go towards that 8. This right here is not good because you got to deal with that 6. How you gonna get on that 6 when you're with that angle on the 5? He played safe instead, which was a smart thing to do because you did not have the position to keep running. So here, I'm actually trying to make the 5 ball, but I want to give it enough speed to get back around so I can make the 6 in the same pocket. It's a good thing I was playing position for the 6 because I dogged the 5. Now he has to kick at it. Barely missed it. Now if he'd have hit that, he'd have probably put me in bad shape. Don't know where the cue ball would have went if it hit that 5. But if he could have just thinned that 5 and knocked it over to that long rail, that would have been real good for him. I'm real straight on this 6, but I got a little bit where I can cheat and hit the rail on the long rail to get over to the other side of the 1. So I'm just going to do a little stun follow. And that gets me on the 7. Now here, I know that the cue ball is going to mosey on down to the bottom rail and probably hit that 8. And I got a good hit on that 8. So here, just a routine. And my opponent gave me the rack. Got another good break, but not good position. So here I am, my plan was to hit the 1 ball and hopefully hit the top of the 1 to where the cue ball can carry him into the 3. So I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a great shot. I'll put this on my highlight reel. And I don't know what happened here, but I didn't see that 4 in my way. And I hit that sucker. Knocked the ball off the table. Totally disappointed myself on the way I shot that shot. But life goes on, you move to the next one. Okay, he's got ball in hand. He's trying to figure out how he's going to get to all these balls, because he's got some up and down shape he has to do. Here he's got to go all the way to the bottom rail for the 4-ball. Nice. Beautiful shape on that 4-ball. Okay, here, for some reason he wanted to go forward. And I don't know why. Because bottom left would have gotten 2 or 3 rails, perfect shape on that 5. He decided to go with top right. Now that shot would have worked if he'd have stayed down. He jumped up on a shot, which probably is the reason he missed it. All right, here, I'm wanting to draw this back. I want to draw it over to the other rail because I want to try to shoot that 6 in the other corner. It didn't come down very far, but I still got the angle I wanted because I didn't want to shoot the 6 into the 9. I wanted to make the 6 and a 9. I figured the best way to do that would be to cut the 6 in, and the cue ball would take care of the 9 by itself. And that's what I did. And it even got shape on the 7 if I missed the 9. All right. Again, I scratch on the break. Give my opponent ball in hand. He's assessing everything and shoots the 1 in. Got a good shot on 2. Floats the cue ball down so he can make the 3-ball. He's looking at the 4-8 combo. That's what he's playing for. Drew back for it. Perfect. Nice little shot there, Noah. All right. Got his combo. Now he's got an easy 4-ball. Nice. Took low left. Brought 2 rails. Perfect alignment for the 5. Shoots that in real nice. Noah's a nice little player. He knows how to play a little bit, but he's an 8. He should know how to play. Nice. He didn't want to do nothing too fancy. Took the angle. Sometimes you just got to take the shot what the table gives you. There he goes. And let's finish it off, Noah. Good job. All right. Nice break. Made 3 balls on the break. No shot on the 2. Oh, actually, he did have a good shot on the 2. He just missed it. All right. So here I could have went forward, slowly, 2 rails, shoot the 3 in the side. I thought, well, I'm going to go right and do 2 rails, and I ran out of gas. Didn't give me my shot that I wanted. I was indecisive when I shot that shot. There was 2 ways I could have went and got shape, and I chose the wrong way. Okay, so here I'm just going to play a little safety. I'm lucky this table's playing slow today. Otherwise, that 3-ball would have stayed right in the pocket. So he tried to cut it. Left me an easy 3-ball on the side. So here, I'm just going to bump the 3, let the cue ball float up so I can have an angle to get down on a 7. I've got that angle. So here, I'm just doing a little stun draw on the 6. And that takes me down to the 7, where I got a decent angle. Now, I'm going to do not a hard strike, but about a medium strike with a little bit of left. He gives me the whole rack. All right, now I think this is the last rack. Made a ball on a break, almost scratched. Got a little bit of a tough shot on the 1 to get on the 2 good. I'm wanting to try to get as straight as I can on the 2. Because the 3-ball's on that same rail and I need to stay over there on that rail. So I'm going to hit this with top right. And that floats it right down nicely for the 2 straight in. I'm just wanting to back it up a little bit just to give me a little easier shot. And I did. Now I got the 4 on the side over there, so all I need to do is just make the 3-ball and follow the cue ball down just a little bit, maybe 6 inches. All right, now I've got the 4-ball's not straight in, so I can actually come off the rail, come out towards the center of the table for the 5. There you go. Got the 5. Now I just need to shoot the 6, come out to the center of the table. There you go. Now he just gives me the rest. I only needed a couple more points, so there you go, guys. Skill level 9 versus skill level 8.